Yeah, what up, everybody? This is gonna be a little story time about why you should never wag school. So this happened to me about 2 years ago. I was in the 11th grade. I was 16 years old, and I was bored with school. And a lot of people will feel the same way for me about this. You're just bored of school. Every time you go to school, it feels like a chore. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. You'd rather be sleeping in bed or playing on Xbox or doing something fun, going to movies, just nothing, anything but school. And I felt this way so much. And I had a passion for hating school. I hated school so much. I didn't pass any exams. I didn't. I had hardly any friends at school as well. And school was just boring as hell. And it felt like a chore to go to school every day and wake up every morning. Cold and tired, and it just made you feel depressed. Well, not depressed, but it just sucked balls. And so I felt this way a lot. And my friend, he hardly ever went to school, and I go, "Hey, dude, how come you're hardly ever going to school?" And I go, "Must be awesome to be you." And he goes, "Oh, I'm just wagging every day, man. I'm not. My parents don't even know. My parents think I'm at school." And I go, "Oh, don't you get caught by your don't you get like caught? Don't the school ring you up or something?" He goes, "Nah, man, the school don't ring up. They don't do anything." So one day I decided to do what he was doing, and I waited till my parents went to work. And when they went to work, I just stayed in bed. They thought I went to school, and I just stayed in bed all day. And then I woke up and played Call of Duty, for the rest of the day. And that was an awesome day, man. I had so much fun that day, so much more fun, and I knew in the back of my mind that these guys were at school doing work while I was when I was at home, healthy, alive, breathing, just playing Call of Duty. And my parents thought I was at school the whole time, so it was all good. It was a win-win situation here. I got kind of addicted to this because I went. So basically, if you go to school for miss school for one day, and you get away with it, you're gonna have to do it again. So my instincts told me, nah, man, don't. You have to go to school. But my body made me, or like, nah. I remember not going to school. It was awesome, and I'm not gonna go to school today. So I ended up not going to school another day, and I got so addicted to it, I started going to school like only like 3 times a week. Then it went to 2 times a week, and then I only started going to school for like once a week. But then when I went to school, this guy comes into my classroom with a note, and he gives the note to the teacher, and the teacher calls out my name and goes, "Yeah, the dean wants you. I don't know what it's for though." And if you don't know what the dean is, it's basically the principal of my year group at school. So I was scared. I knew it was gonna be about my absence, and I was just shaking, man. And so I walked into his office. I was like, "Yeah, hello." Yeah, he goes, I'm here to talk about your absences. You've only been going to school about once a week for the past 5 weeks. Can you please explain why you haven't been at school?" So I told her some bullshit lie about how my family had been having problems, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And then he goes, "Okay, that's alright, but I'm gonna have to see a note from your parents to tell me you're telling the truth." So then I knew I was stuffed, but I go up to him acting all calm. So, yeah, I can get a note from my parents. But obviously I couldn't get a note from my parents because they thought I was at school the whole time. So when I went home, I spent hours and hours trying to get my handwriting perfectly, and trying to get my handwriting looking exactly like my parents' handwriting. But I couldn't, because I got punk and shit handwriting. My handwriting is useless. But eventually I got probably the best handwriting I could have done for a note. If this was gonna fool the teacher that my mom read it, this was gonna be the note that did it, because it was looking the best that I could ever do. So I gave it to the teacher the next day. He looked alright with it until about after lunchtime, I think it was. This other kid came into my classroom again, gave another note to my teacher, and I knew it was for me now. And yeah, he calls out my name. He goes, "You have to go see the dean again." And I was just like, oh my god. I was even more scared to go to the dean this time. I was so scared. I was scared out of my mind. So when I went into the dean's suite, he goes, "Well, this handwriting ain't the best. I'm thinking it's forged. Do you mind if I ring your parents?" And then my heart just stopped. I was like, oh my god, no, he's ringing my parents. I'm gonna get snapped for this. So I was like, oh yeah, man, sure. Um, So he goes, rings up my parents, and I was praying to God that they weren't gonna answer, but then my mom answered, and then he goes, yeah, hello, I'm the dean of, I'm not gonna say my school, and I'm regarding your son. You bringing a note today? Is that true? And she goes, no, I didn't write a note today. And he goes, well, this note says, it's explaining your son's absence for the past 4 weeks. And he goes, my son hasn't been absent for the past 4 weeks. He's been at school, hasn't he? And he goes, no, according to my record, he's been absent for the past 4 weeks. So then I knew I was stuffed there. And he goes, well, so my mom goes, oh, well, I thought he was at school that whole time, and I'm truly sorry, blah blah blah, stuff like that. He goes, because I thought my son was at school, and then I let my mom down there, because all that time she thought I was going to school. I was just at home. And then when they hanged up, he had another talk to me. He goes, okay, so you've been wagging school for the past 4 weeks. That's unacceptable. We're gonna have to stand you down for like 2 weeks, I think it was. So I was suspended from school for 2 weeks, and basically, this is gonna be on my report now. So what that means, when I'm trying to go get a job now, there's gonna be a massive writing saying this boy is being suspended from school for 2 weeks for wagging. So this is gonna be really hard for me to get a job. When I get off house arrest, because I really need to get on a job, and I'm running low on money at the moment. But I'm living off my mom's money at the moment. But when I get off house arrest, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to go find a job, which is gonna be hard. Hopefully, I become like a rubbish truck driver or something. Anything that can keep me wealthy. Well, not wealthy, just keep me living, pay my bills. Yeah. So that's basically my story on why you should never ever wag school, because it always comes back at you. So anyway, hope you guys have had a sensual time listening to me and watching my gameplay. And if you're an asshole, subscribe, motherfuckers, and thank you.